Hello and welcome to the Instant Action podcast. We're recording to you from Cologne, Germany at Gamescom. 250,000 gamers.
A lot of people.
It's crazy awesome. Can't believe it. It's a sea of interesting smelling people. It's me, Crash 800, DrWiley and Louis Castle here with us, CEO of Instant Action. Lou, you're insanely busy, but you've very graciously offered to sit down and talk with the Instant Action community, answer some of the common questions we get.
Absolutely.
Everything from, where's the site going, kind of briefly mentioning what Instant Jam is, and the question that's on everyone's mind, of course, which is, when are the games coming?
Right. Okay, so first of all, where the site is going, technically, the new Instant Action course is up and running. We did put the Monkey Island game out there, and now we have Instant Jam. And Instant Jam actually uses most of the stuff that we need to get some of the new favorite games back online. So we're getting there, okay? It just turns out we had to rebuild an awful lot of stuff to get something so we could scale to do games.
There's a lot of where the original Instant Action was actually, a lot of people don't know this because people did such hard work, but I mean, it was kind of placeholder. It was never really meant to...
Well, I mean, I think it was meant to do what it did.
Right.
But when you start looking at true quality, console quality games.
Right.
We've always been about that as a mission and a vision, but now we actually have the budgets and we're staffed up and we can actually go and do them, and Instant Jam's a great example of that. We're actually now at a place where our studio can slowly, we're not going to be able to build that many games, obviously, slowly but surely we're going to be able to release really high quality premium games. And by the way, we stuck with in the case of Instant Jam, certainly, we stuck with the idea of being free. I don't think we've talked much about to the community, but our philosophy for Instant Action is all the games on Instant Action, we would like them to be completely free to embed anywhere, completely shareable through media, and something that you play for free, and then you're charged after you're certain you like it. That's our sort of philosophical basis. Now, to be able to attract all the publishers you want to attract, we have to be able to allow them not to do those things. So apologies in advance if one of the publishers says, no, I only want my games on my site. Sorry about that, but that's not a technology issue, that's a business issue. As far as all the games that used to be up on Instant Action, Arcade, we are working at upgrading those to be on our new platform. And unfortunately, because we have to build games that have a lot of scale and everything, we have to get these done first to test out our systems and get everything done. We're just limited to the resources. But we're working with some external developers. We will get some stuff up and running. Tell us which ones you want. Be persistent. I'm sorry it's been so long. Expected to get there sooner, but we will get there. And we know you love them. That's fantastic. We're certainly not giving up on them. We want to get them up there, and some new stuff too that we'll be announcing. Coming up at PAX, actually, we'll be showing a couple of the games from Penny House. Which we announced at E3, so for Penny Arcade. So we'll be showing those there and showing them on the Instant Action. So we'll start seeing some stuff rolling out a little bit better toward the end of this year as we start smoothing everything out. Please be patient. We are obviously working really hard. We've got over, including contract 12, around 140, 150 people working their feverish hours to try to get all this stuff.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, people are working really hard. So apologies, it's taking a long time, but it turns out they're building tools, platform, an e-commerce platform, a downloadable distribution system, and games, and integrating other people's games, scalable to millions of users. It turns out it's a little tricky, just a little. And we're sorry that we had to bring that whole one down to do this, but quite frankly, the resources it was taking to maintain that, not just the physical resources, so that would have been, it wasn't money, don't misunderstand us. It was just simply to keep a quality experience on the sites requires constant maintenance. And we just didn't physically have the people to do that and also work on rebuilding everything as well as the equipment.
Yeah, that's the message we've been trying to pass along, and I think it's going to be really great for people to hear you say it, was just that when people say, there's nothing wrong with the old site, why did you take it down?
There was nothing wrong.
There was nothing wrong with it, but
we had to take it down to do something bigger and better.
Exactly.
And we're doing it for. I mean, honestly, our philosophies are about as community friendly as you can possibly get. We believe in community participation in the games. We believe in trying to get every game free. I want to bring you, the next Call of Duty, the next Medal of Honor, the next everything free. I want to give you guys those kinds of games free. In addition to Legions and Ace of Aces and all the other stuff that we have. It's not about just the kind of fun client server based games. I want to be able to bring you everything.
And I think one of the things is when you mentioned this too is that it's about not only maintaining a level of expectation, a level of experience that was befitting of the old games, but I was hoping you could kind of just comment on where you think the new technology, these new developments, how it's gonna, because it's hard to express, and I think it would be really cool to hear coming from you. Like, for example, Legions.
Yep.
What is the new technology, the new kind of ideals behind InstantAction? How is that really going to positively impact the Legions community?
Right. Well, I get it. So, I mean, having an entire platform that can do all the various types of monetization, whether it's subscription-based or item-based and things like that, obviously gives us a lot of options. So we don't have to just keep running ads endlessly to try to fund this stuff.
There's a lot of people. You guys told us the ads were.
Yeah, they're just like the ads get in the way. And again, my philosophy is, I mean, I know that irritates the advertisers, but I'm in the camp of the consumers. Look, if you don't want the ads, there ought to be some way to pay you not to have the ads. And so that's all part of what we had to do. And I would say that I can't say that the games are going to be dramatically better when we get them back up and running, because we're not sure if we want to bring the old ones up, but clearly to bring them onto the new system, we have to make a lot of changes to them. So while we're making those changes, we're definitely doing some different things. Could be item purchases and things like that as well. Or it might just be brought up exactly as it was with ad support or some other support.
Right. I think even small things like Windows 7 support.
Yeah, of course.
The ability to like embed the game in
embeddable anywhere. Yeah, all that stuff is huge. There's a lot of things that are really powerful for big games that are great for smaller games too.
Right.
And so all of that's part of what we want to do. Just having the infrastructure to handle, and I know performance is sometimes an issue too, so being able to handle all of that stuff. Our new plugin technology now that runs through Java makes it just so much easier, because you don't have to always know the IO player, which is nice. At least on PC, I'm not sure on Mac it might still be IO player.
Because they've been asking actually, they're like, what happened to the InstantAction plugin? I went to play iJam, and it's like, well, no, you got it. They're like, well, I didn't have to click like 4 buttons. It's like, well, I know that we fixed it.
We fixed that, yeah.
It's much better now.
And that's been a lot of work. I mean,
yeah.
Josh Williams and his crew, my God, these guys really killed themselves to get that stuff to work. And I don't want to describe the guys at Gravity there and AGT and those guys. They're all working really hard and helping us out. So hats off to them too. They're developers that we work with, but they feel like our community, because they're both our they help us and we pay them, but they're also
making their own games.
Making their own stuff, and they're pretty good about pointing out good stuff. So yeah, we're working really hard. We've got a ton of really great, exciting deals and news to announce as things come forward. In the meantime, we're just going to start with Facebook on the PC, start scaling up InstantJam, and once we get all the pieces in place and we have a solid platform, right around the time we're going to be putting up all the
credence and the bandwidth and everything we need to
the PGH stuff will start going now, Play Greenhouse at PAX, and so you'll start seeing all these games will be on the cloud. These games, and they'll really be neat. Now, I apologize again. The new games have to go first, because the new games were built on a new system. It's sometimes easier to build around the things you have and building stuff fresh. But we will get to the other stuff, I promise.
Well, I think all the community can agree to that. Letting us iron out the new system so that we're not just slapping something in there.
Yeah.
It's an issue.
Really, we couldn't have gotten there.